Today, we're at a men's store in Jackson, Mississippi, Great Scott. It's the start of a new concept that we have, something new in Jackson, and that is a lifestyle section. And we're going to show some different businesses that have different aspects to do with men's health and lifestyle, the way you look, the way you feel, the way you act. And of course, not only are we trying with Mississippi Hair Restoration to bring you information and treatments for hair, to keep it and of course to regrow it if you need to, but now we want to expand that a little bit to cover all aspects of health and wellness for gentlemen.
Welcome to this episode of the American Medical Podcast with our host, Dr. Michael Kanosky, a board-certified plastic surgeon, hair restoration specialist, and medical director of AMP Mississippi.
I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Boz Greenhill. He's a sales associate here at Great Scott, and I want him, first of all, to tell you a little bit about the Great Scott business and what they do and what they can offer for guys.
I am Boz Greenhill, got given that nickname years ago. We're a 35-year-old store, quality men's store, but try to cover all price points, not negating quality. We get a bad rap on frou-frou and, I can't afford the clothing there, I don't dress up anymore, but we're a lifestyle store in the respect that we can dress you to the nines, from tuxedos to men's suitings, interviews, weddings, but we sell shorts, t-shirts, flip-flops. It's about dressing somebody for their needs and not what they're feeling like they should buy or have to buy. We've got so many choices. We study what we do daily, yearly, seasonally to adapt with the styles that are newer. But again, key word here is we're a classic-oriented store. Classic is always in. Classic is never gonna not be in style. We'll have snippets of new stuff. It's kind of like a recipe in food. Little cayenne pepper here, little cayenne pepper here, a lot of cayenne pepper. And we have so many offerings that we can adjust to the individual's needs. And that's the first thing, is to adjust for that person's needs and not just them assuming they have to buy this or that.
Tell us a little bit about the philosophy that y'all have here at Great Scott about how to dress men, what advice you give them, what you tell them to wear or not wear. Obviously, somebody who's in their 20s, not necessarily going to wear the same kind of stuff that somebody's in their 40s or 60s and so forth. And by telling us a little bit about that, I think people will feel a little more comfortable with being able to come into your store and what they're looking for. Or they'll know what they want a little bit better.
Comfort is king.
Yes.
We have updated without being severe, I call it, to a lot of my customers. And again, it's about trying on, fit, and feeling good, and looking good. Long story short, if somebody gives you a compliment because you look nice, you're lying if you say it doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel great.
It does.
And when you're dressed to the nines, be it casual or dressy, when it's fitted proper, you feel like $1 million. The chest is a little more poked out. You're going to project more positivity in a given day. Same thing in the hairstylings. Beards are really popular. Beard grooming. Back in the day, again, being 34 years old, we had cologne. That was it.
Yeah.
We've got any and all kinds of care products for men this day and time than we've ever had, and do fantastic with them. It's just another way to be a full-service store. Sure. It creates a sense of community, a guy's club, if you will. Mm-hmm. Come in, relax, get a straight razor shave, hot towel soaked in peppermint oil. You feel good. If you feel good about how you look, you're going to project more positivity, and that's the key.
I think men in general are a little bit intimidated about going to clothes shop, and we see a lot of guys who bring their wives or their girlfriends and so forth. But why are men so intimidated? What do you guys do to kind of get over that so that you make people feel a little bit more comfortable coming in and such? One of the interesting things we see we have some guys at Mississippi Hair that'll come in and say they bought a suit off the rack, and it may not fit terribly well, but they've just paid $1,500 for it, and they don't realize that you could get something much higher quality that looks really stunning on them, and you're not going to have those price points. It's going to be much less expensive.
I call it breaking down the brick wall because, yes, it's an intimidation factor. We're a nice quality men's store, but we're not frou-frou. What I mean by that is I'm here to advise. We don't sell clothes, I advise. It's got every stitch of clothing in this store has my label in it.
Yeah.
I want you looking good. I want to work within your budget and within your needs. And again, when you feel good and break that brick wall down and get a comfort level, and yeah, befriend folks. Me and you are friends. We've known each other for years. That being said, once that brick wall is knocked down and a gentleman is comfortable and he feels good in what he's wearing, it's a friendship for life.
Exactly.
For life.
And I know, for example, there are a lot of guys that are telling us about, wanting to be more casual and so forth. And how do you address that problem with people being so casual all the time?
Jeans, I call 5-pocket blue jean cuts, different colors, a sport coat, a nice shirt, some cool jeans, a shirt untucked, sleeves rolled up, some cool sneakers. You can get more utility out of your clothing. Again, comfort, I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, there's a term called athleisure. With stretch or performance fabric in shirts, some in sport coats. All my blue jeans and or 5-pocket cuts, they have stretch to them. It's just a comfort thing. So again, big thing is utility in your wardrobe, to be able to wear these with a sport coat or a t-shirt or sneakers or dress shoes. You get more bang for your buck, and it's just utility.
You have a virtual system online about clothing and how you can demonstrate and see what looks best on different people and give the customer an idea about how different kinds of fabrics and so forth look for suits or jackets or pants or whatever. So just fill us in on that and give us some examples of what you can do, because this is really fascinating.
Being a 34-year-old store, we didn't have things like this in the day. It's catalogs, and we still have catalogs, but to be able to show a client, a friend, the actual fabrics. This, for instance, is just a mannequin, and me and them are looking at fabrics, and we, have these. I'm used to picking and can advise, but he may go, well, let's just see what this one looks like up here, and we can type it in. I've already typed this one in here just to show it, so it lets you and me build a garment, but literally get to see what color thread I'm going to put in here, the buttons here, so we can see the actual thread colors and buttons, but I can pop it in and design it. Suits, sport coats, you can type in the linings, and it lets you design your own garment, but visually get to see it instead of mentally getting to see it, and when it comes in, hope it looks as good as you thought it did. There it is. It's been amazing. We go to markets in New York and Chicago 2, 3, 4 times a year. This is what we do at markets. We buy for our store. So it lets an individual, a customer, a friend, get to do what we do every day and do it in the store, and it's a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit about your concierge service. That's a really, really interesting idea about reaching out to guys and making it as comfortable for them and as convenient to them as you possibly can. I think that's going to be a really, really good idea.
We've always been full service. Mike, if you need your clothes delivered, let me know. Mike, if you need your shoes picked up from your house and shined, we also have a shoe shine service here at the shop. We'll bring them back to your house. We've always been that way, and people, I think, go, oh, man, great stuff, y'all are nice, but we mean it. And we ship constantly for free, no charge across the U.S. Thank the Lord every day. And it's just another way to be full service. But the concierge service, we're just highly promoting, especially like you said earlier with COVID, folks. Some folks still don't want to get out, but we'll deliver it, COVID or not COVID. We're here. We meet folks early. We meet late. We deliver. Anything that we can do to make it a more service customer. One of our old sayings is at your service, and we mean it in any and all manner.
First of all, I want to thank you, Boz, for your time, your attention, and your comments today.
Thank you, Mike.
And I just think it's important to bring your message and Great Scott's message to the people here in the Jackson area. So once again, thank you so much.
My pleasure. An honor.
I want to also thank you, the viewer, because I know it takes your time and attention, and I hope that some of the information that we've gone over today is informative to you, and if you need us or others with some questions, either myself and Mississippi Hair Restoration or Great Scott, you can always call us. In addition, we're always on the web. So thank you so much. Appreciate your time and attention today. We'll see you again soon.
To hear more episodes of the American Medical Podcast with Dr. Kanosky and his medical and wellness guests, follow us online. American Medical Podcasts, amplifying health and wellness.